Hi, happy new month, happy Sunday, darlings. You're welcome to our channel. It's so good to have you here again. It's good to be here with you. Today we're going to be discussing the most frequently browsed or asked pregnancy questions. I got them right off the internet and it's going to be interesting. Just stay tuned. So you're welcome back. As we said, today we're going to be discussing the most frequently asked or browsed pregnancy related questions, and yeah, which ones are running through your minds right now. Funny part is that it may have been asked. I have about 25 of them here, yeah, typed just for you, okay? And they are tailored to the Nigerian economy, Nigerian markets. So don't worry, I'm sure one of your questions will be there. Okay, no, I'm not sure actually. I just hope one of your questions will be there. Anyways, let's get right to it. Before we get right to it, you can see my name on the tab below, Morai Ahonaya, and together with you we host this channel. Currently we are on a journey together, a journey that sweeps across pregnancy, parenthood, and things that are related to that. So that's what we're currently doing on this channel. As you can see, we're asking frequently asked pregnancy related questions. So yeah, if you're hoping for that, let's get right into it, no wasting of time. The first question on my question list is, when can I start having sex after giving birth? Yeah, this is one of the most frequently asked questions. When can I start having sex after giving birth? I was told that it's typically 6 weeks, after, typically or generally, but you still have to consult with your doctor. Yeah. So yeah, we'll talk about this much later. A lot of things here we'll talk about much later, but yes. The next question is, will my vagina always be different after delivery? It depends on what kind of delivery you had. So yeah, I'm sure if you had a vaginal delivery, it will definitely not be exactly the same. But the vagina is a very elastic organ and will shrink back. If it's in terms of how it will be, it will shrink back generally to normal size. But that it will be exactly as it was, I don't think I can guarantee that or say that. Moving on, is there any way to prevent stretch marks? Yeah, some people say some oils and serums have worked for them, but stretch marks are more of a genetic thing than they are a natural order. Not all women will get stretch marks. And if you're going to have it, you're going to have it. You can only mitigate it to an extent with some creams and oils. And you have to even be careful because some creams and oil actually, mess with your skin and cause it to be all sorts. So you have to even be careful and get it from certified skin dermatologist if you're going to be going that route. Okay. Is it safe to get vaccinated when you're pregnant? Okay, so vaccines that are based on viruses and I think bacteria, I think generally it is advised that they are avoided during pregnancy. But non-live vaccines, I think it can be used. Like I got tetanus shots when I was pregnant, right? But now I know that they are not administering the COVID vaccines to pregnant women, at least here in Nigeria. So vaccines that are based on viruses and bacteria and live vaccines are not administered because they can be harmful to the mother and to the child. Yeah, because the thing directly is going into your blood and goes directly to the child, so it can be harmful. Moving on, Can I drink caffeine while pregnant? Yes, 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 but in small quantities. Everything should be done in moderation. A lot of people say caffeine and alcohol are bad, but for alcohol, yes, research has shown that it is not good to take in alcohol while pregnant. But even that, there's some papers that are inconclusive on that, and for caffeine, even more inconclusive. So, yeah, just take it in small quantities, just to be more safer than sorry. Yeah. So, what's the deal with eating fish during pregnancy? Um, if I get this question right, there's some people that say pregnant women shouldn't eat some types of fishes, and it's because those fishes contain mercury. And mercury is a metal. Anything metal is dangerous to both mother and child during pregnancy, so you have to be seriously careful. I remember even, and I think I've said it so many times, I was told not to eat pepper soup that I did not make myself, or things like that that had potash and other electrical electrolytes, metallic some substances in them, because they are dangerous, they could trigger contractions, etc. So that's the deal, really. Is it dangerous to sleep on my back while pregnant? We've said this before. It is safer to sleep on your side. I don't know if it's dangerous. Some people say it's dangerous because if you lay on, there is a vein, or is there an artery that is carrying blood that is on your back, and there's already a lot of weight in your abdominal area. So if you lay on it, it can cut off the flow of blood, which is dangerous to you and to your baby. I mean, it's a major blood carrying vessel, so you don't want to stress it out. Moving on. Is it dangerous to get pregnant after 35? To some degree, yes. There are more risks involved with advanced maternal age. You can check that out on this channel. We've talked about it already, so just do yourself a favor and check it out if you're really curious about it. The next question is it possible to be pregnant and not know it? Yes. Recently I came across a documentary. I think I found it on one of these pregnancy and mother pages on Instagram, and it was talking about a woman in Ghana that had a cryptic pregnancy, and her husband is Nigerian, and they both did not know that she was having a baby until she actually delivered the baby. So a lot of cases have come up like that. It is very rare, but there are actually a number of people who have said that they were not aware that they were pregnant until they were in labor or they had the child. So there's some cases of it's called cryptic pregnancies or stealth pregnancies, and the problem with it is the peculiarity, or what it really is that those women do not have the regular pregnancy symptoms, nausea or morning sickness, etc. They don't have those symptoms, and maybe before they were having irregular periods, so maybe they spotted throughout pregnancy, and then they also have very, very low abdominal weight, baby weight. The problem with it is that most times their baby come out with really low birth weight, and they may have some, also because they haven't been given proper prenatal care, they may have some challenges later on in life. But I've not really met anybody with stealth or cryptic pregnancy, and I've not really seen their children grow, so I cannot say for sure. But does it exist? It does. Yeah. Is it safe to exercise during pregnancy? I think it's even advised that you exercise during pregnancy, you move about, but in moderation. You don't want to go running marathon races when you're pregnant. Yes. What are the normal side effects of pregnancy? Okay, so yeah, this was what I was talking about, that the woman with a cryptic pregnancy may not have the normal side effects. We talked about it already: morning sickness, gas and bloating, aversions, cravings, darkenings of some parts of your skin, linea nigra. For Africans, this is for Africans, and these are normal side effects. Weight gain, yes, weight gain. These are normal side effects of pregnancy. Frequent urination, especially towards the third trimester. These are normal side effects of pregnancy. And yeah, joint pains. We talked about it also in our 40 things nobody told me about pregnancy. On this channel, I will link it below. You can go and watch it. Yeah. How can I ensure I have a vaginal delivery? Ensure is a strong word. You cannot ensure any kind of delivery. You can only pray, okay? But I advise that you keep an open mind. Yeah. Next question. How can I deliver like a Hebrew woman? This is a very Nigerian question. And that's why I said these questions are kind of tailored for the Nigerian woman. But other people too can gain from it from all over the world. But yeah. So there's this fantasy or fancy around giving birth the vaginal way, and also giving birth fast, not wasting time, etc, giving birth like the Hebrew woman. And if you do not go that route, a lot of, especially the older generation, look at you as lazy. Well, sorry to burst your bubbles, but we don't exactly know how the Hebrew woman gave birth. The reference for this is from Exodus 1:19, and I'll read it to you guys. The midwife said to Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women aren't like the Egyptian women, they are vigorous and give birth before the midwife comes to them. First of all, this is a lie. This woman lied to Pharaoh because they didn't want to be part of his wicked scheme of killing the sons of the Hebrew women. So they looked for something to say. The reason why those children were staying alive was that the Hebrew women got there before they delivered. Now, even if it's true, we do not know how long it took for the Egyptian midwives to get to the Hebrew quarters, because they lived miles apart, like miles. And we do not know if those women, the midwives, deliberately delayed so that they would not have anything to do with, killing the child. So, and then if this has been said and established, they never told us how those women gave birth, whether it was via cesarean section or via vaginally. It wasn't specified. You guys know that technology, these technologies are dated as far back as 1500s, right? As in, they're old. We are not as more intelligent than we think. I mean, see the pyramids of Egypt, see the technology that was, the advanced technology that man had then. Don't think because they're old or because they're ancient, they were primitively stupid, no. Okay? Okay, moving on. I hope I did justice to that. There is no way to prove how the Hebrew woman gave birth. That's the summary of what I just said. So, if you want to give birth like them, you can ask God to open your eyes, see how they gave birth, and maybe you could give birth like them. Maybe you have a home delivery. That's the closest I can think to giving birth like the Hebrew woman. Moving on, how can I plan for labor and delivery? I think the first thing is to read a lot, research a lot. For anything that you're going to be prepared for, you have to actually prepare yourself. You have to read, you have to be informed. And this that you're doing, watching these kinds of videos, is one of the ways you can do it. Another way you can do it is to have a birth plan. I've talked about birth plan before on this channel. You can go and check that video out. Have a birth plan. I even put a sample birth plan for you guys inside there, free. The one I used, the one I did for myself, I just gave it out for free. Have a birth plan. It also helps you, and go through it with your doctor. It helps you be more prepared for labor and delivery. Have an open mind. Surround yourself with supportive people, and you will do great. Okay, how will I know when it is time to go to the hospital? Really, when you feel uncomfortable, uncomfortable, when you cannot feel your baby's movements, I was given a fetal movement chart at week 36. I should have been given a bit earlier. But when you cannot feel your baby moving, then you should go. When you feel uncomfortable, like severely uncomfortable, more uncomfortable than usual, then you should go. Also, when you start feeling your contractions at a regular interval, then you should go to the hospital. If you just feel a nudging as well, because a lot of times intuition can be right. Also, when you feel a nudging, just go to the hospital. Okay? How much weight would I gain? How much weight will I gain during pregnancy? Typically about 12 to 20 kg. That is Nigerian term. For those that are in the abroad, about 25 to 35 pounds. So it's a lot of weight, but your baby alone takes 2/3 of that or something like that. Your baby alone takes, yes, with the placenta, the amniotic fluid and things like that. So yeah, 12 to 20 kg. It's a lot. Yeah, moving on. Help! I am nervous about my pregnancy. What can I do? First of all, you are not alone. There are lots of women who are nervous about their pregnancy. A lot of people that are in this kinds of scenario. Does it invalidate your feelings? No. I'm just encouraging you that you're not alone. The first thing that I would like you to do is to find a caring doctor that you want to confide in, someone that you can talk to, someone that you can, confide in regularly. That's what I want you to do. So find that kind of person. And then if you have people around you that you think, are mature enough to receive the news and also help you on the journey, you need a support system. It could be your husband or your spouse rather. It could be your family members. It could be your friends. You need a support system. Hold them by the hands and, just hold them for dear life. You would need it. And the last thing I would advise you is what I said before. When you're preparing for anything, go all in. Get books, read books on. You don't even have to go to a library. There are resources online. This that you're watching, YouTube videos that talk about pregnancy. And the more you listen to it, the more you watch women also with related stories, the more it calms your fears and prepares you. Don't be nervous. You're not alone. Okay, how do I ensure that I do not tear while I am delivering? I feel like I should do a whole video on this, but one of the ways that you can ensure that you do not tear while you're delivering is there's a birthing ball. I borrowed from my friend at the time, and I was just sitting down and there's a way you move on a birthing ball that helps to expand your cervical and all that underneath the vaginal area. Some exercises also help, and then massaging your vagina, your VJJ, with some oils, some good oils, coconut oil and things like that. Just massaging it regularly and using your hand to kind of open it up helps. Yeah. I hope I've answered your question. If you want me to do a dedicated video on it, just tell me and I will. Anything you want me to do a dedicated video on, in any of these things I've said, I'm willing to do it. I'm here for you. It takes a lot, to be honest, to do these videos, but I'm willing to do it because I want you guys to be prepared and to know as much as you would for your delivery. Moving on. Is it safe to travel while pregnant? Honestly, yes and no. It depends on what your doctor has told you. Everybody is peculiar, everybody is different. I know that for some of my friends who had like a miscarriage before and wanted to do some traveling, they had to check with their doctor. They really had to check with their doctors because they felt anything could trigger another miscarriage. But if you have a perfect history, etc., and doctor says go, yeah, you can travel. Note that some airlines will not take you at some particular weeks. From 27 weeks, some airlines say, no, you can't fly with them. And some from 32 weeks. So also put that into consideration. There are other guidelines that you have to go and read on your own. But the simple answer is yes and no. Okay. Are there some guidelines that I should do when I am decorating a nursery? Really, the whole nursery thing is more of a personal and a budget thing. It is. But there are some things that you should also, factor into consideration. Based on my own research, I realized that it was advised that I co-sleep, or we co-sleep, my spouse and I co-sleep in the same room with the baby, not on the same bed, in the same room with the baby for at least 6 months, to avoid sudden infant death syndrome. So there are some things you should think about. So where will your nursery be? Based on that information, you can create a mini nursery in your room, and then so there are other things. I think I should actually just do a video on it. But in general answer, it is based on your budget and based on your personal taste. You can go all out for your nursery based on your budget and based on your personal taste. I like the Montessori way of doing things, so I try to an extent to do some things that are like that in my son's room. But yeah, moving on. What do I need to pack in my hospital bag? I feel like this is such a big question to take all the time. I will do a video on that very soon. I promise you. Maybe next week actually. I'll do a video on that. Okay? It's a very big question and it's a very good question. But yeah. There is so much baby paraphernalia out there. What are the essentials I need to buy for my newborn baby? I have actually put a shopping list on here before, but I think I need to do a dedicated video for that. So either this one or the former question, one of them, I'm going to answer them next week. So fingers crossed, or choose the one you would like me to do. Okay. Do I really need to take prenatal vitamins? Honestly, I think you should ask your doctor, because some women do not need to take some, but on an average, right, even before giving birth, women who want to give birth are advised to take 400, at least 400, is it milligrams or micro, so 400 mcg of folic acid every single day. And I told you guys way long ago that I got this 7 C's preconception, trying for baby. That was like, I loved it so much. It was such a tiny pill and I just used to take it then all the time. I don't know if it's popular in Nigeria, but some pharmacists had it and I loved it. So yeah, prenatal vitamins, ask your doctors, they will recommend one for you. Someone asked me to recommend one recently. The one I used during pregnancy was Pregnacare, the Pregnacare brand, and I still use till now, even though I'm rounding off on using it. So there's Pregnacare for conception, there's preconception, there's Max, there's postpartum, I think, breastfeeding, which is the one I'm using. So yeah, but you need to consult your doctor to be sure what exactly they want you to take. Based on their test for you, they will prescribe what fits you. But folic acid is part of it, because it is very essential so your baby doesn't have cerebral palsy or any other neuro whatever related diseases. Amen. Okay, and we've gotten to the final question. So the final question, did I miss anything? I think I answered all 25. Guys, give me a clap. Okay, so how many appointments will I need throughout my pregnancy? Okay, so I checked this online because the way it worked for me, I think because of the pandemic period, I wasn't exactly seen until the 12th week. And from the 12th week to like the 28th week, we were seen every once a month. From the 28th week to the 36th week, we were seen twice, like a month twice. And then from 36th week to the 40th week, we were seen every week. So I don't know if that is how it is in other places. I think some hospitals, that because I asked some of my friends, once you're pregnant, at least once a month, they wouldn't do that one that you told me to just go and stay at home and God be with you till the 12th week kind of thing, but they gave me prenatal vitamins too. I think they would actually, you could actually come in for an appointment every once a month. It's very important to go for this appointment because they can catch, things that you wouldn't see on a regular or normal day. I've talked a lot. I hope you've enjoyed your time here. I've enjoyed my time with you. I will see you next week. Remember to like, to share, to subscribe. It's not easy doing this video, so let me confess and whine. I'm not trying to emotionally blackmail you, but I'm telling you it takes a lot. Okay, so please encourage me and also grow this family by sharing with somebody that you think would benefit from this, and give it a thumbs up so they can reach more people. Subscribe if you like this channel. I promise to bring you content that is worth your while. Love you so much. Have a blessed week ahead, a blessed new month, October, to remember.